Boom! Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to
here.
a Saturday night edition of the Comeback City, right after a thrilling Bills loss.
Yes, it's true. It's
Wow.
true. Ladies and gentlemen, how are we all doing? Welcome to another edition of the Comeback City weekly World of Warcraft show. My name is Sky, and I got our co-host here. We got
I'm
Lance.
Lance.
And we're here to rock out. Ladies and gentlemen, hoping everyone's having a great week so far. If you're hype for the pre-patch of World of Warcraft officially going live for midnight in just 3 days, let's get some ones in the chat, baby. Yo,
Whoa.
big fins up, Jafango. Huge, big fins up. Get rid of everybody. Clean house. Fins up for sure. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen.
Hands for the win, man!
Let's get some ones in the chat. Hoping everyone's having a great time. God bless everyone. Hoping you're having a good time with your family. Saturday, the whole thing. Enjoy. Now just grab a little snack, maybe a nice little cold beer. Put it on the ice.
Oh,
Crack it open.
okay.
And let's enjoy some World of Warcraft talk, ladies and gentlemen. Hoping everyone's having a good time. Got a couple major announcements. Something I want to make very, very clear, and I will bring up later a couple more times. This is very crucial. This is the either one of or the second to last time we're ever selling our shirts. And I know I'm not trying to open it up with the merch trailer right now. It's not what I'm trying to do, but I want to make it very clear because there were someone who hit me up about discount codes. Right now is the last time that we're selling these shirts. We have a few days left up until this Wednesday coming up, and then we're wiping the slate clean on that merch. So Lance has the shirt on right now. I forgot to put on my shirt.
What will happen on Wednesday?
The whole website is being shut down for maintenance. We're working on it a little bit.
You want to say why? Or?
No,
we don't want to say why.
And we got a lot more stuff coming, but I just want to let you know we are doing a special code right now for 20% off. It says dollars off. I don't know why. It's supposed to be 20% off. So if you guys are interested, 20% off right here, right now, you guys are more than welcome. Go check out. Now, not only that, by the way, there's a bundle going on, so if you guys are interested, go check it out. We've sold over 65, almost close to 70 shirts, so it'll be really cool. So I just wanted to bring that up. Secondly, Lance, hand me a couple of those behind you. We have a really cool and fun announcement for you guys. We reached out to our friends over at, I think it's, Secret Labs, right? Secret Labs. We got some stuff for you guys, sponsored by them for, absolutely free. We're not making money off of this, but we are actually able to give you guys these Secret Lab chair skins. So, we'll figure out who actually has some Secret Lab chairs. These are from the World of Warcraft dedicated Secret Labs new collaboration by them. And, we'll figure out a whole giveaway and something like that. But we did want to bring that up. There's a Lich King variant, as you can see right here.
And Illidan variant.
And there is an Illidan variant as well. So those are really cool. I think I might be able to pull up some pictures. Secret Labs Lich King chair? Let's see if that works.
Yeah, they look pretty gnarly, by the way.
Holy shit.
They are.
Okay, let me see if I can pull this
They are pretty gnarly.
Oh shit, it might roll the animation. Oh no, it didn't. Okay, cool. So if you guys could see it on screen here, this is the Lich King one, and then this is the Illidan one. So I'm not gonna lie, they're pretty good giveaways. It's pretty badass to have. I'm not gonna lie. So I'm gonna be honest, and this is not sponsored what I'm saying at all whatsoever. I've had my Secret Labs chair for like 3 years. One of the best investments I've ever made, simply because you're right. They're incredibly durable, very, very comfortable. Really, really good chair. If you're game a lot, I think it's definitely worth it. But there are some skins, so if you guys are interested, we're gonna be doing some giveaways. I really do want to set up a nice giveaway, a proper one for people who actually have it. So we will be doing that as well. So you could put that over in the corner.
Maybe we should do to enter the giveaway. Maybe take a picture of you in a Secret Labs chair.
Yeah, maybe, yeah. Send us pictures of yourself. No, I'm just kidding. And then additionally, Blizzard Entertainment actually reached out to us, and we have a couple Burning Crusade code giveaways. What were those, Lance?
Well, we have one for personal use that either of us could use, and then one to give away.
So what are they? What were those?
That's an epic edition. It gives you what is it? A mount, a boost,
yeah.
$15 1 month sub.
Cool.
And everything else that comes in that Epic Edition for TBC.
Yeah, so a TBC giveaway, thanks to Blizzard. Shout out to them. They're really, really cool for that. Give that away to one of you guys as well. Once again, I just wanted to make some quick announcements and get through that. With that being said, finalized and finished, how is everyone doing, man? What is going on? Who is hyped for Tuesday? Lance, what are you doing? Is Tuesday a big day for you? Man. Something happens for you Tuesday, right? What? Do you actually get to play WoW again?
It looks like the Devourer's coming to the game, baby.
That's what's happening.
Oh,
Devour is here. No shit.
And the Void Elf unlock.
The Void Elf Devour Demon Hunter Dream is here. Grim, what's going on, baby? How we doing? Tuesday? Yes, the pre-patch for Midnight is officially coming out Tuesday. Very, very big deal. I'm looking forward to them removing the button bloat, more visual, audible abilities, and restricting add-ons. I've thought this all along. Usually goes as far as AOTC and whatever the Mythic Plus one is called. Oh my god, it's off the top of my head. I forgot. No, yeah, I definitely agree. I think the button bloat thing was a #1 issue for me. Man, I've been playing the beta for months now. I know everything there is to know about every class and every Mythic Plus dungeon there is, but yeah, no, I agree. I went back to retail a few days ago and it is too much. Too many buttons, Lance.
Too many buttons.
You
start slamming keys on an enhancement shaman. In retail, that's pretty tough.
Pretty tough. So it's crazy. And then the whole add-on sort of half purge now at this point, which kind of sucks. If it was my personal opinion, let me ask you guys this question. For those of you in stream right now, we got maybe 30, 40 people in here total. How many of you would like to just have them be really heavy-handed with getting rid of add-ons? I feel like players who are more casual and who play retail would actually prefer them to get rid of more add-ons rather than, be a little bit more lenient with it now, which is something they're seeming like they're going to be doing, Lance.
So, yeah, casuals are going to feel that way because removing add-ons removes barrier to entry.
Yeah.
Right? Which makes it so that right out of the box, you log in on patch day.
You could just play?
You play.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't need... There's not a 30-minute update, fix,
setup,
make
curse
sure
forge.
The errors aren't happening.
Yeah.
Let alone, God, tomorrow...
Yeah.
Normally, the day of pre-patch is a nightmare.
Yeah, I could definitely see that being an issue, especially because with all the Lua errors and everything going on, it's just very annoying. And I think a lot of people are going to be enjoying it. I mean, you can look at the chat, how many people are freaking out about, and wanting them to get rid of them. Someone just said, kill all add-ons, delete them all. So yeah, and, shout out to Mega there. So yeah, I couldn't agree more. Coming from someone who played the beta nonstop the last 2-3 months, I cannot explain to you what a breath of fresh air it has been. It has been such a great experience, and I am very excited because I don't need one add-on to play World of Warcraft anymore. So
yeah, you don't need any. And so the good thing is, and especially now they've walked back a little bit their stance on it.
Yeah.
But there is some add-ons still, especially certainly for cosmetic, right? For people who want an LVY is back.
Okay.
Right, so you have that type of stuff, which is cool.
There's nothing wrong. And I think we can all agree, and I want to hear your guys' opinion really quick, yes or no. I think we can all agree, sort of user interface, customizable add-ons and appearance add-ons isn't a problem.
No, nothing wrong.
The problem is the add-ons that you are sort of pushed, not 100% required, but are pushed and almost forced upon you to play the game a certain way. For example... Deadly boss mods, or DBM, whatever it's called. I forgot the...
Combat add-on.
Yeah, combat add-ons and things to tell you how to... Okay, when you need to kick, or the kick rotation, or hey, there's a frostbolt coming at you, pop a defensive. Things like that aren't good for the video game, and they should get removed because they implement very toxic design from the developers. Not just that, but toxic... sort of community and sort of relations with other players because you get looked down upon if you don't have XYZ add-on. You're looked at as almost like a noob if you don't have this add-on telling you the Mythic Plus bosses timers on all their abilities and the casters and this. It's all bullshit. Get it out of the game. Make it a true MMORPG gaming experience. It doesn't have to be for sweatlords, but let's just make it for people who enjoy the video game.
Yeah, and it just goes back to, like we were saying, make it more accessible.
Yeah, DBM is a bad example. I don't think so, because now they're doing it in a way to where DBM is available to everybody, right? Now, what happens when DBM is available to everybody? That means no matter what, everyone knows what's happening with the boss no matter what. Now it's to the point in retail to where if you do not have DBM, it's unplayable. Like, there are mechanics on certain bosses where you are forced to have DBM. You're forced to. There were a couple in, what was the first boss? Or the first raid, Lance? I'm so sorry.
Nerebar?
Yeah, Nerebar Palace. There were a couple bosses where it was mandatory. And even a couple in the Undermine. Like, you needed to have DBM or else you're at such a massive disadvantage. Now, it's to the point where what happens when everybody is on an equal playing field? They can lower the sort of...
well, it's going to change the way that they have to design the game.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. They have to lower the barrier of design, and they can lower it a little bit. Now, everyone's on an equal playing field, and I think it overall just makes things better.
Yeah, they're not going to need to design dungeons and raids, like these fights around having these things, right? So, I think... And I think they've done an okay job from what I've tested in Midnight so far, but the philosophy in which that they design still has to change a little bit. I don't think it's where it maybe needs to be just yet.
Okay.
You know? And maybe I'd like them to even be a little bit more strict with some of these restrictions. And
me too.
And then scale the game back to a... And I'm not saying I want it to be like a vanilla game. That's not what I want. But just a less
add-on reliance game.
Yeah.
And I'll get to some more questions and some very important comments I want to dive into really quick, but how many of you guys miss the fact that, like, I feel like what made classic vanilla TBC and, you know, those sort of things really good was that the whole meta and everything top to bottom wasn't so figured out. It was a world that was unexplored.
In 2004, yeah.
Yeah, in early days. I'm not talking about the re-releases. Re-releases were an abomination to what they stood for back then. But my point is what made them so special was that you didn't know what you didn't know. You were ignorant, right? And I feel like being ignorant in an experience can make things so much better. It can make you like experience it and learn and figure things out on your own. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's my personal opinion. Let's go to some questions. There's a couple important ones. While I agree it's impossible to be competitive Mythic Plus or Raid without them, and if you get rid of them, the top key progression is going to tank. Let me tell you something. The top key progression is never going to tank. There will always be the 90+% of players in World of Warcraft who are going to push no matter what's going on in World of Warcraft. If they want to make the excuse of no add-ons, that's bullshit. I guarantee you the same people who are playing now will be on Midnight streaming and doing the same thing they're doing today. I will guarantee, I'll put my channel on the line. It will happen.
The people who are in the 1% are just going to be people who are playing WoW regardless.
Yeah, they're always going to be in that 1%.
The only way you could be there is to play a lot of WoW, and it's like a part of your life.
Yes, they're always going to be there. The top 1% isn't going to change. The thing that can majority of change is the majority of players.
I think like the mid-level.
Exactly. Which are what? What are their names?
Like the average.
Casuals. Yeah, the average casual player. So if you want more participation from the casual player, what do? You make things more accessible. You make things more open to people. Now, I will be real. That's a good and bad thing. But we have to be honest. Casual players and average players do not like a lot of difficulty. They don't like a lot of friction. So what Blizzard top to bottom is doing heading into Midnight is they're removing as many add-ons as possible. The need for add-ons mostly, which is a great thing. And lowering the sort of like hyper difficulty in Mythic Plus to where you need an add-on to tell you what to do. Like right now, there are like, for perfect example, Halls of Atonement in Mythic Plus right now. If you go to run a high-level key in Halls of Atonement for Mythic Plus, you need a kick order to kick certain mobs in the proper order. You need to know if a mob is targeting you so you can pre-pop a defensive so you don't get one-shotted. You have to know, like, who's going to control them in which order. Like, and all this stuff requires add-ons and tracking of things that aren't native to the game. So, once again, if you don't have those things, you're at a disadvantage. If you do, you're on the playing field that you should be at if you want to play high level, which I think we all know they're trying to get rid of. Going into some other questions here, there was another one that was really good. I agree with you, but DBM is still a low barrier, especially since DBM has been around for so long. You can see what players don't have DBM and Mythic plus 12s, and that's so low. Okay, sure. But it's, I mean, that...
Wait, are you saying Mythic, like, 12s are a low Mythic plus?
No, I think he means the players that don't have it in Mythic plus 12s is very low. But either way, it doesn't matter anymore. DBM is pretty much embedded into the game for everybody now. Like, and I'm talking really for players who actually know how to work the freaking thing and like cater it to them very easily. I'm gonna be honest, I just learned how to really use DBM this last expansion, like to really customize it top to bottom. How many of you have had DBM installed and never go in to customize it? Are you one of them?
Definitely.
Exactly.
What do you think I'm doing?
So exactly. Yeah. So my point is I think the majority of people get these add-ons but don't really know how to make it good for them. And that's what Blizzard's doing things. How many of you have done that? Mohawks has never done it. Jane has never done it.
I'm not going in. I'm not going in.
Yeah, you're not going to do that. So Blizzard, they make things very easy, very accessible. You can customize it exactly how you want it. And it can be actually beneficial to you. Instead of being like, oh, I'm playing WoW. I got to get my DBM. I got to get my details meter. I got to get my this and bullshit to play the video game. Get rid of it. Let's just move on. Before we get into the show, a couple more questions before we highlight. They impose... never enter... I don't know what that is. Again, people are based on current stuff. Once they make all the changes, we won't have to do 100 different things every second before it will be at 12. Yeah, absolutely. Wrath was my DBM deep dive, and there's so much stuff. Yeah, by the way, I just started using it. I don't know. It's still really crazy to use. DBM's crap shit versus weak ores made by Liquid and Method. I mean, come on. There are...
By the way, Fractalus is not true. Max from Liquid has said you don't need the weak ore to do Fractalus on Mythic.
Well, you definitely don't, but I think
it makes it easier. We don't need it.
Yeah, what I think he's trying to say is that things like that trivialize it.
Okay, so the raid leader for Liquid, who you're saying is the guild you're talking about who made the weak ore, saying you don't need it, but you're saying you do? Definitely, I'm sure you know more than him.
From a normal and heroic perspective, you absolutely do not need the weak aura pack from Liquid. I've done it. So from that perspective, no. Now, if we're talking about from Mythic, I can't speak on that because I don't know.
Max has said, Max from Liquid has said you don't need it for
I'll make this
Mythic.
very clear. I'll make this very clear because everyone can argue back and forth. Blizzard will not design a boss to be unkillable without a fucking weak aura pack. It's impossible.
Definitely.
That is, and I'm not trying to sound rude, that's the most ridiculous shit I've ever heard in my life.
Definitely
Think about what you're saying. That sounds ridiculous. It will never exist.
Just now, 90% of Mythic Raiders do use it, you're right. But doesn't mean it's required.
Exactly. Now, there's a difference between something being made to trivialize the content or something being needed to even complete it. So there's a very big difference. And we have to know what we're saying here. We have to know what we're saying. Because it's not... They impose you... Well, that's what we're saying.
That's a community problem.
That's the problem.
That's not a game problem. That's a community.
And by the way, Nemes, is it Nemes? Nemes. How do I pronounce your name? I don't want to mispronounce your name. That'd be rude. I'm gonna say Neem. Neem for now. I think the problem is that right now in retail WoW, they design certain things to where if you don't have XYZ add-on, you're at a disadvantage and you get looked down upon in World of Warcraft.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Yes. Now, heading into Midnight, they're doing their best to eliminate things like that to make things native to the game. And that's where Midnight is going to change a lot of World of Warcraft to bring casual and average players back to the game. Yes, to perform at a high level without needing things like a weak aura pack from the #1 world raiding guild, or you're going to look like a freaking idiot.
Yeah.
That's the goal. That's it. That's all we're talking about. That's it. And we can all agree on that. Accessibility versus necessity. I agree. When you go and want to enter a Mythic Mana Forge, they even say in recruit... Yep, you're right. You're right. And they absolutely will, and I would too if I was running Mythic.
But that's a community issue.
One other thing, really quick, Toast. When it comes to Healbot and stuff like that, what did that add-on do exactly in retail WoW? What did it do exactly? Like, I'm not even sure. because I'm not a main healer. And whenever I do heal, I heal with no add-ons. So can anyone tell me what something like Healbot does? I know I'm going to sound really stupid right now as a longtime WoW player, but I'm just more curious than anything. Before we get into the show, we're going to get in 2 seconds. 2 seconds. I talk to reality. It's not a community. It's everyone. Well, no, everyone is the community. The community consensus is if you don't have this week or a pack, you're not getting invited, then that's it. And that's a toxic way to play a video game, and Blizzard's getting rid of shit like that. And that's good. Healer add-ons allow you to assign spells to button presses without needing them bound to an action bar? What does that mean?
Oh, yeah.
Healers for healers that aren't good? That's fucking diabolical. What does that mean?
You could assign your heals to, like, you're clicking on your button, like shift click, alt click, control.
Oh, very interesting.
And you could just mouse over their names and do it.
Very interesting. You click a name, boom, heal. No shit, really.
Actually, I think I did use that back in the day when I was a Holy Paladin.
I think I remember you saying something like that too. Very interesting. Left click is one heal, shift left click is another. That's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
That's pretty funny. Is that bad of a thing to have? I mean, I guess if you want to bind it, I don't know. It's kind of me. I didn't even know that existed, but very interesting. Be the one to make the inputs. Yeah, well, for sure. Records tell you exactly. I mean, the idea is just. I have the mouse over healing, activated on the internal game, like the native game. So, like, I don't know. Isn't it kind of the same thing?
Similar.
Yeah. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, let's not waste any more time. Let's get now into the weekly cooldown. All right, it's time for the weekly cooldown. Your full recap of everything that went down in World of Warcraft this week, from blue posts and patch notes to clash changes, leaks, and more. We're breaking it all down for you right now. Whether you missed a day or the whole week, click that Hearthstone and get ready, because this is your reset. Boom, ladies and gentlemen, we're here. We're getting into the weekly cooldown now. Got a lot of information we've got to go through really quick. So, going into it, let me go here. Sorry about that. The new updates made to Blizzard's damage detail meter in Midnight World of Warcraft. We all know the details meter is getting deleted from the add-on list, and it is not coming back. And there have been issues with the details meter. I'm not gonna lie, it's been pretty rough going through it over the last few months, and even putting my own sort of input when it comes to bug reports and everything. It's been a rough road, but I'm gonna be honest, I think it's getting to the point where it's pretty darn close to, like, it's for sure ready for launch, for sure right now, but getting to the point where it's close to that details-esque meter, but just being so much, like, better looking and fluid, right? And it's 100% accurate because it's from the game, it's native to the game. So diving into it, they added some changes. Some of the biggest one was the... Shout out to $2. Thank you so much, man. Of course, man. Always looking. Thank you so much, buddy. Thank you. I appreciate it. What's up, my dudes? Last Paragon. What's going on, baby? How we doing? How can I be a damage dealt to who? Oh, God. I wish Blizz would have been like, we will release it early. Probably will be night and day from Season 1 to Season 2. Yeah, listen, I'm going to be honest. We all know the add-ons and the situation between that. It's always going to be a work in progress. Yes. You're always going to be dialing up the knob, figuring out what works, what doesn't feel good, and adjusting. I mean, this is going to take years.
Yeah, the way Midnight will feel at the start of the expansion compared to at the end is going to be, it's probably going to feel like a different game.
Yeah, I think it's going to be...
And then going into Last Titan will be, I think, when it will really probably hit its stride and it will feel good.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I could agree confidently on something like that. So now what's kind of cool is, number one is the percentage damage is actually a thing now. Previously, the percentage damage wasn't a thing. And then not only that, they have the damage overall, as well as, I believe, the DPS next to it. So you have the whole damage here, 550k, and then the DPS of it. I mean, I don't know. One Allen, what's going on? Thank you so much. You guys are the best. Nah, bro. You are the best. No, thank you, random citizen. You guys ever seen that from Megamind?
Megamind.
I love you, Megamind, or something, or whatever the fuck the situation was. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate it. So they have that. The percentage is a very big deal. Percentage, anything, like, that's how...
Zero.
That's the easiest way to understand and know for me that, like, I know what what's working, so I can change up my talents and you know, maybe amplify it a bit more. There are so many times where like I'm trying things out in my own little fucking world of Mythic Plus, and I'll try a build and it ends up being terrible. The easiest way to tell is, okay, what's the percentage of the damage this ability that I was trying to focus on did? Okay, it's less than 3%. Fuck right off.
Yeah.
Okay? I'll see you later. So, you know, definitely a good move, and it was absolutely mandatory. So, once again, they're still updating it. Imagine Black Arrow being only 38%. Yeah, by the
you gotta
way,
pump that shit up.
by the way, it actually gets a lot worse because Black Arrow has Bleak Powder tied to it, and then one more talent. So it's actually probably about 50% of this hunter's overall damage. Yeah, seeing the Blighted Arrow Dark Minion tied to the Black Arrow effect as well. So yeah, even more. Pretty crazy hero talent right now. Anyways, moving on. The percentage, like we said, the total damage, as well as the DPS done. Enemy damage taken metric. Yeah, I don't remember that, so I guess, okay, it's still missing. That's what they're saying. Okay, yeah. And then I thought there was one more thing. Am I crazy? The heals. Oh, the deaths, yes. How you die, and then breaking down in a bigger recap of like, because, you know, there's a regular death recap. When you die, you could check, see what hit you. Now it's like much larger list. So obviously that's, I mean, you know, at least
it's important,
good to have in a way. Moving on next now to the other update. Speaking of DPS meter, we also have to talk about the negatives. There are some shortcomings when it comes to this stuff in the pre-patch, and then they also have some add-on alternatives. Listen, I'm going to be completely honest. I think I'm at the point where I am 100% not going to be using any other external add-ons unless they're mandatory for me personally. Like, I've been playing on the beta the last 2-3 months. I don't use a single goddamn add-on. Not one. Not even bag.
No, I haven't downloaded anything.
I won't. There's only maybe a couple quality of life ones, like knowing what currency I have on which character, or, you know, auctionator, stuff like that. Star, you are very sweet. Thank you so much. Guys, shout out to Star in the chat. That is my lady. And then she retracted the message. You know what? Don't shout out to Star. Get rid of her. Pack her up. Moving on next. In the latest Midnight Beta, additional functionality was added to the details meter, but it's unknown if these changes will be available for the Midnight pre-patch. And they wanted to say there was a couple things missing. Ah, yes. Missing combat timer. I thought they just added that. No, they added this. This is new. They just added the combat timer.
Justin, yes, you could join the guild, my friend. And pre-patch is a great time to come back to the game.
Yeah. Handy notes. I don't think there's anything. Well, is there?
Handy notes? There's nothing wrong with having handy notes, bro.
Is there?
Relax, brother. Relax. Chill out, brother.
Yeah, maybe I'm being a little too much of an asshole. No.
What's the problem with handy notes?
No, I don't think there is. Anyways, common metrics unavailable. Overhealing. Yeah, that's a bit of an issue. CC breaks. I mean, what are we talking about? Buff up time. Okay, calm down. Okay, calm down. Like, we don't need that shit. Are we really who's really tracking buff up time? How about lick my, suck my? Okay. Specific or priority, that's important, I will say. Pet breakdowns. This is very important. Yo, pet breakdowns right now are a freaking mess, dude. It is so bad on that damage meter right now. It's a clunky disaster. I'm gonna be honest. Unable to report metrics. Damn. I didn't even know that. I didn't think of that. I can't shame somebody.
Fortnite dance on someone? Doing more damage than you can?
Yo, that's crazy. I just really want the Tell Me When add-on. I feel like I couldn't play without a Tell Me When. Which one was that? I've heard of that before. Tell Me When. What is that add-on? I know what that is.
Bing, when you step in something?
Maybe. I don't know.
I like when
defensive now.
I like when you listen, you watch someone's Mythic Plus game.
Oh
my
god, it's so. It's all just fucking nonsense. It's like a carnival act. No font changes. Blizzard, no, can't change the font. I want
Crazy.
the StarCraft 2003 font from the original game. Dude, enough.
Oh, like when a proc happened, a visual would show up. Yeah, I mean.
Limit information on death breakdowns, missing defensive, external, healing. Okay, buddy. Let's try to relax. There's a decent amount of stuff missing, but they're still going through it. Talking about add-ons, continuing on. Useful add-ons to customize the cooldown manager with in Midnight. Now listen, personally, I'm gonna be honest, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm not trying to keep saying this over and over. I played the last 2-3 months on this beta. You do not need one add-on to actively play the game at a decent level. I've been doing 12s, 13s, and 14s, zero problem with 0 add-ons. So before we get into this, understand you don't need a damn thing to play World of Warcraft at a high level anymore. Maybe for Mythic rating, I don't know, I have not done that, and I'm too scared to even dive into that. With no more weak orders at Midnight, the cooldown manager is an important tool to track your buffs, class spells. Add-ons can further improve the cooldown manager by adding additional features, including custom glow effects. Wow, that's actually really nice. More trackable spell support, and more. That's really nice. And I feel like UI, like add-ons like this, aren't a problem. Like things to help you like play the game personally and track your own personal things going on. I don't think there is anything wrong with that. Do you think so?
No, I don't think there's
like, for example, certain glow effects. Let's say you're playing a Shadow Priest. It's a glow effect that glows your vampiric touch once it's under 5 seconds. Or tracking, your Ebb and Might a little bit better on an augmentation. What do you guys think? Do you think this is a major issue that should get, ripcorded? Or you think this is something you guys could agree with and get down on? What do you guys think? Be honest now. We got to be honest. This is an open community discussion.
No, this is stuff that needs to be added to the cooldown manager.
Yep.
Because people are so used to having things like that. Like, you gotta at least have it in the game. Ripcord the add-on purge 100%? Yikes.
Ripcord the add-on
Listen,
purge.
If you gotta lose your cosmetic weak auras, that's like losing a battle to win the war, man.
Oh, Grimblade with the subscribe. Thank you so much, buddy. Appreciate that.
By the way,
whatever, we'll figure it out. I think it's just going to be slightly annoying, just workable for like 2 seconds. I think, listen, I like the cooldown manager where it is. Is it perfect? Absolutely not. I think there's a lot of things they should add, and there's a long way to go. But it's still good in my opinion. It's absolutely workable, and it does mostly everything I want. There's a couple things I would like changed, but from the most part, it's definitely ready for launch. You know what I mean?
I like it.
Thank you, Grimblade. Appreciate it, man.
You know what I've been doing on the beta when we play is just to make myself really just focus on the cooldown manager. I've actually been hiding all of my bars besides the weak one.
I've seen a couple people do stuff like that.
Yeah,
like they'll hide their action bars and then they'll put just the actual cooldown manager, like important offensive.
Yeah. By the way, you want to stop yourself from looking at your bars ever and actually just focusing on the... Because I know I don't need to look at the buttons.
Yeah.
Boom, you're right there now. Instead of looking down, I'm here in the middle. It's actually
very interesting. I've never tried it.
It takes some getting used to, but once you do it, it's better. You're more in the game.
Yeah, I think for PvE it could be good. I don't think it's an option for PvP, but PvE it could be good. Cooldown manager basics help you track your essential cooldowns. Yeah. Import export string. Yeah, we all know that. Glow effects are predetermined and cannot be customized. That sucks. No combat potion. Okay. I mean, relax. The list of abilities to track cannot be changed by the player. That sucks too. I would like some more flexibility on, because it's a certain list of things you could track, and that's it. If not, tough shit. I'll see you later. I would like a lot more flexibility. Like, I can go, okay, I want to go to my talent tree and I want to track this passive. There are times where I go to it, I cannot track that passive, and it sucks. No custom sounds for buffs. Yeah, I could say that can kind of be important. Zero tracking support for external buffs such as Time Spiral or Power Infusion.
Okay.
I don't know. I guess.
Well, you do want to know when you have that.
Yeah, it's important. I'm not gonna lie. By the way, really quick, if you guys want to show some extra love for absolutely free, you can go over to the Twitch right now. Throw some free Amazon Prime subscriptions. You don't have to spend money or anything, but just if it's Prime.
If you have a Prime.
If you got a Prime, you toss out a little Prime. We're trying to reach our goal. We just got 1 out of 10. Show some love for the show. Thank you guys. Appreciate the love. By the way, if you guys are logged into the game right now, let everyone know we are live. That's it. Now it's time to the point where we got to come together as a community. Be tight-knit. Let people know we're live in the guild. We're active. Get them in here. Let's get it going, guys. Need your help on that. If you're a part of the guild, let's go.
That only works if you know your class. If you're new to a class, good luck. Yeah, I mean, definitely. You're not
If I'm new to the class, it's a 1-button rotation. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Add-ons for the cooldown managers. So anyways, let's get into actually the meat and potatoes of this situation. Do they add tracking for trinkets? No, absolutely not, which I think is a mistake. Arc UI. Arc UI offers a complete customization of the cooldown manager, all relatively easy, navigatable things, custom glows, extensive options for orientation of bars, buffs, and spells, desaturation options when spells are on cooldown. That's big. I mean, this is all great things that should just be in the thing.
Yes.
I mean, this is amazing customization. I love stuff like this.
Yes.
I loved when I had the weak aura packs going and I dive into it hardcore and customize things to the T. I really love
That's something that needs to happen.
Yeah, it's got to happen, and I think it's on its way. I think they obviously will get there. It's a step-by-step process, but the add-on purge, I think, has been a major success, and this is the next evolution, I think. My Essential Buff Tracker, easily monitor buffs, cooldowns, and charges in a clean way. The ability to edit size, icons per row, and more with simple ease. Fine-tune the position, size, and visibility of charge/count on spells and cooldown text. Sure, yeah. I mean, why not? Sure. Absolutely. I logged into support. Wow, Juan Epstein, thank you so much, buddy. I appreciate it. Thank you for the donation earlier, by the way, buddy. In 2 years, we'll be playing Diablo 4 and WoW. That's fucking crazy. Anyways, these are good. I'm probably gonna scoop these up for more customization. I love the cooldown manager. I think it's on its way. It just needs a little teensy bit more, for me personally. Moving on next to more in-game, situations. Let's continue. Light Up the Night mini exploration meta achievement. An exploration meta achievement. Lance, what's going on here?
I haven't seen this. I have no idea.
Oh, shit. Okay, fuck. Okay. As we reach closer to launch at midnight, we have data mined a miniature meta achievement for midnight similar to Use Zal Not Pass achievement from The War Within. The Light Up the Night. Love that icon. Really cool looking meta achievement was just added in the midnight beta, which requires different exploration objectives for each of the new zones in midnight. From doing this, you earn a couple rewards. First one is this little pet here. That's a cool fucking mount. Wow, look at that. Wow, look at that. That's pretty neat. Okay. It's almost like a mixture of every single zone.
Cool little. If you're
I mean, is it not? Look, you got the Void Storm on the helmet in the back. You got the Overgrowth from Ghostlands. You have obviously the red, cool little.
I'm just getting heavy hair in ear vibes, dude.
Hair in ear?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess you're kind of right. I'm playing Oblivion Remastered. True. I was just playing that a couple weeks ago, until I realized Oblivion's combat's horrible.
Whoa.
It's really bad. Sorry to say it, Skyrim combat's still better, but it's still fun to play. I was playing it. Try to relax. Came back for Warcraft after 2 to 3 years off. Got 10 80s. I recently leveled. Just need a Rogan. You're diabolical. Listen, Arturo, if you need a guild, hop the Discord. Let's get you in. Settle up for midnight. Things are going to get crazy. But you got to come back for the show if you're coming to the guild.
Oh!
Okay? Mandatory. New mandatory rule. Or your G-kick. Get them out.
Dude, we're not even the guild masters. We can't even offer threats like that
Technically,
anymore.
I'm not, yeah.
You can't threat anyone like that, bro.
Get him out of here. Anyways, use Zal Not Pass, Light Up the Night. So yeah, you explore these, you get this little cool little mount.
So it looks like I'll be getting that mount pretty easy, huh?
Are you gonna be getting that? You like mounts?
To explore?
Are you a mount guy?
I'm gonna explore by default.
I'm gonna explore.
That's crazy. You're insane.
Wait a second. Go ahead and settle down. Former Mythic Plus timer week order receives standalone add-on for midnight. Sure. I guess, once again, not needed. It's just one of those things that's convenient. A lot of people like to keep track of their Mythic Plus timer and know if they're on pace or not, or if they need to pick it up, and move faster. Yeah, I guess. I don't know.
It lets you know?
Yeah, absolutely. You've never used that Uyghur?
No.
Or this add-on? Where it lets you know if you're behind pace or not on a boss or in a fight or something, if you need to,
No, I don't never use that.
Really? Very interesting. I am one class away from having an army of soy sauce tanks. Debating on making a blood DK. Not sure, though. I hear they suck at midnight. It's not that they suck. They're just not as good as everyone else, and everyone's really great right now.
It also depends if you're talking about raid to Mythic Plus. Some tanks are better at Mythic Plus, some are better at raid.
Okay, and moving on next, we do have a couple of changes. Number one, the new login screen and music added in the latest Midnight Beta build.
So, by the way,
what's going on here?
I logged into the beta, I'm gonna be honest with you.
Okay.
I like the login screen. but it does not make me feel like this is a fucking Void expansion, bro.
It also doesn't really feel like World of Warcraft.
No, what do you mean? Of course it does. You see the Blood Elf
That
thing?
is loud as fuck. Why is that so loud? Shamans in general are phenomenal.
Silver Moon, you know, you see Silver Moon, that feels World of Warcraft. It's just...
In particular, Elemental.
I don't know.
I don't like the music. I'm just being honest.
Am I wrong?
Let's
Is
be
this
honest.
supposed to be a Void expansion?
Let me be honest. We have to be real. Guys, there are how many people? We got 22 on Twitch, and we got how many? 64 over on YouTube. We got 80 people in here. It's time to get a vote. It's time for a community consensus. Let's not be joking around. Do you like this login screen or not? Be real. No bullshit. We can be shills all we want, but you got to be real sometimes. When something isn't good, it's not good, but when you like it, you like it. Time to talk. Do you like it?
I like the other one better.
The which one? The
when
one
it was
where it was
closed.
falling into the void?
Yeah, I like
I
that
think they
better.
have that here as well. Yeah, this
Yeah, that was better.
this keyhole thing they keep doing. Yeah. Personally, I didn't even like the War Within.
The War Within one grew
Time to
on
quit.
me.
Wow, that's fucking great.
The Dornagalt one grew on me.
So this was the one previously.
Yeah, that was better.
Yeah, it was definitely better than this.
Yeah, this doesn't feel like a Void expansion.
It just looks like a like someone took a JPEG of like fan art of Silver Moon and slapped it in the middle.
Yes.
This looks like an add-on by a fan.
Yes.
I don't like it.
You know what'd be sick? What if they just put up a dark portal?
Yeah.
A Void dark portal.
Why would they not just do the Void Storm over Silver Moon on a cinematic shot? Why? Why not?
The way we get to the Void Storm should be through a dark portal.
All right, man. How many dark portals do you need?
It's just fucking cool.
I mean, yeah, obviously dark portals are awesome, Lance. We know that.
But that would be sick.
Yeah, I know. The dark portals
And
are
that
sick.
would make people feel like, yo, we're back. We are back.
Let's put a dark portal.
That's it, bro. Yeah.
How about 5 dark portals?
No, bro.
3?
Shut up. 1 dark portal. Illidan saying, you are finally prepared. You're finally prepared.
Interesting. I like this. You're finally prepared.
Just saying.
The pink portal. Holy fuck. That sounds diabolical. I might have to ban that guy. The pink portal. Like it, but doesn't seem very voidy. Yeah, I could agree. More dark portals. Dark portal, but it's void colored.
Yeah,
right?
bro. That shit's sick.
I guess. Listen, hey, guys, it's not possible though. Let's be real here. Stop fucking around.
Bro, shut it.
I think just
More
the void
dark
storm.
portals.
The void storm over the Sunwell. That's it. That's what it should have been on a nice cinematic low shot pointing up. Call it a day. Like,
honestly, you know what
we don't have to complicate
what
this
they also
thing.
could have done is at the top of the wall of Silver Moon as they're looking down at the Void army invading.
It also could have been an action opening screen where it's like people fighting. Like I've seen that in things like Warhammer, Heroes of Might and Magic, where they were fighting. Remember in Heroes of Might and Magic where he's fighting
By the way,
Archdevil?
yeah, that picture of Silver Moon does look AI generated.
It looks like fucking art, like cheesy bad fan art.
Yeah.
What's the guild name? The Comeback Kids. Yo, if anyone's in the guild, someone get Krazer into the guild right now.
Yeah, guild is the Comeback Kid.
By the way, Kiko, I'm gonna make you a mod, just in case anyone. Okay, apparently I can't. Hold on. Oh, that sucks.
You can't say that to someone and then not
Not
do
letting
it.
me click or do anything.
Xalatath Toad should be the login
I
screen.
have to do it on my own time.
No, that's a Last Titan thing, buddy.
Yeah, it's definitely the last toes.
The last.
I don't know.
Toesins.
I think it doesn't look good. I'm gonna be honest. I think it was whipped up. I don't like it. I think the
I
trial
hope
and
they
erroring
change it
right
again.
now.
Yeah, I hope they change this
Yeah, I
shit
don't like
again.
this. And I'm gonna be honest. I'm kind of scared.
Bro, just go back to that
check.
even.
Yeah, I would even take this. This is
Yeah,
better.
just go back to that.
I'm just being honest.
At least when you logged into that, it felt like we were logging into a Void expansion.
At least, even though I don't even like it. What's up with this butthole stuff they're doing? Why the butthole?
What are you doing? What are you talking
That doesn't look like a butthole?
No.
Dude, enough with the butthole stuff.
Yo,
like,
this kid turns around into the
enough.
shower and looks back
Yo,
and his
wait a
butthole's just a
second.
void?
yo, chill
What
out.
are you
What the
talking
fuck is
about?
wrong with you?
But-
Talking about buttholes. You're a fucking weirdo.
You're the one who brought up buttholes,
That's
bro.
bringing up buttholes, bro.
That's
Anyways,
crazy.
moving on. It's a void hole. Oh, god.
That's Sky's butthole's
that former one was so much cooler. Wow, all right.
Yeah,
for
for
once
real.
I like the older version. Fuck. Really like the void hole better. Jesus. I really just miss the old style login screens. Yeah, this is true. Logging into TPC pre-patch today, seeing that huge dark portal on the screen, 10 out of 10. Yeah, I will agree. The classic and TPC one it doesn't get
Now
any
the Wrath
better.
is the best one.
Ooh.
When
That's
Sindragosa
hard.
flies up in, Wrath is the
Yeah,
best
the
one.
music is so good on the Wrath one too. It goes ding 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 bum 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 bum.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
100%.
I'm not gonna lie. Moving on. Is this just because of the memes? The art is good, but it just kind of looks like a PNG. Yo, true. It just looks like a picture. Night Terror, what's going on, baby? How we doing? How we doing? So where's the iconic WoW sound in this music? Yeah, it's awful. I hate the music. I hate the music. It does not get me excited to play the game at all. There are so many times where I play an MMORPG and like Star Wars: The Old Republic, for example, like very
Great
iconic
login music.
Login music, very iconic, very
Heroes.
cool. City Heroes as well. Like there's a ton out there. Don't love this at all. Even WoW had so many iconic, like up to Mista Pandaria, it was just non-stop hitters, you know? Yo, Sindragosa flying by, waking you up. Holy shit. That is
I've actually
that's
been there.
literally
By the way,
yeah.
I have been there. Yeah.
Literally, when I'll go to bed and I won't fully log out, I'll just log in. Like, you'll log out on the character select screen, and then you go lay down, and then you hear,
Yeah.
like a fucking TIE fighter. Anyways, is there a better way to use the previous one instead?
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
Can I just close the hole?
The butthole?
Can I close the hole?
This somehow doesn't fit together at all, and the music is giving no... Yeah, I don't know. How can you fuck
Maybe
this
that's
up?
not. I think maybe it might not be final.
It better not be, because this shit is terrible. Like,
Is
we gotta be
anyone else
real.
really scared that they're gonna really change the Eversong Woods music and fuck it up?
By the way, they haven't released any music yet.
Yeah, I'm kind of nervous about that.
They haven't
really,
released a lick of music.
as someone who's very nostalgic for that music, I really hope they don't.
Very scary. Very, very scary. I don't know. I get I understand you're trying to do something new, but even the Dragonflight login screen was better than the last two. Like,
Dragonflight
remember,
was good.
it was nice. It was like the little low shot angle of Valdrakken, and it was beautiful, very good music as well. It was good. I really did like it.
Dragonflight had great music.
Which one was Shadowlands again? I don't remember. Oh, it was that half and half bullshit in
was the
Ice
Sky,
Crown.
yeah.
It was terrible,
Yeah, it
ugly,
was-
depressing music.
It wasn't terrible. It wasn't the worst.
But my point is you have such a beautiful city of like Silver Moon, and it's such a great zone of Eversong Woods, and the Sunwell and all this stuff, and you have Void being able to corrupt it. Like, use that. Like, you put me in a bubble.
Mega, no, hold on. Midnight is, there's a lot to be hyped about. This login screen is not a reason to not be hyped for the expansion.
Listen,
This is nitpicky shit.
I'll say it right now. The War Within was the setup of the trilogy that we're about to experience. It was A New Hope. It was the Fellowship of the Ring. This next movie, this next expansion, I believe, is going to be the best of the three. I do. I think it is going to have that Empire Strikes Back feel, where it's going to have everything glued and finally come together and hit as hard as you possibly can. Because the hardest thing after this is the resolution for a trilogy is the hardest job out there. And most of the time people fail on something like that. So I think Midnight's going to be overall the best and most well-received of the three. Thoughts on that?
I think Last Titan is going to have that just because it's going to have all the foundations that have been built now, literally since Dragonflight leading up into it.
Okay.
And it will be the crescendo, if you will.
Okay. Well, I mean, I guess we're just going to have to see. Let us know what you guys think about it in the comment section below, which is going to be the best of the
Also,
trilogy.
Return of the Jedi over Empire Strikes Back.
Really? You think so? I didn't even really like Return. I didn't like it.
Okay. That's cool. Thanks for letting me know.
Budget got too big.
Okay.
I don't know. What do you guys think? Empire Strikes Back or Return of the Jedi? Let us know. Curious. Is Blizzard setting the stage for a StarCraft reveal at BlizzCon 2026? Now, it's so funny that this happened. Just the other day, it was a couple weeks ago, me and Lance were on the phone talking what could happen at BlizzCon. Literally, the exact conversation we had went along the lines of something saying, Lance, you know, they have all these games. What are they going to do with them? Heroes of the Storm, is it just completely gone forever? Like, Warcraft, are we never going to make a new Warcraft again? And then, what about Starcraft? Like, we haven't heard anything from Starcraft in fucking 10, 15 years. Where is Starcraft? How can you have such an awesome IP and not do anything with it? So, there could potentially be a possibility where there is a brand new StarCraft reveal at BlizzCon 2026. Lance, what are we thinking?
Well, I think people want StarCraft 3.
Shit, I'll take that.
That would be the easiest win for them, even if the the RTS genre is maybe a little bit down. I think people would still they would make so much money off just the regular RTS. StarCraft 3 would destroy. But I heard it was probably a third-person shooter, maybe.
Okay, could be
of course,
interesting.
Everyone's speculating there, right?
The StarCraft series has had infamously long stretches of time between releases, with the original installment in 1998, StarCraft 2, 12 years later in 2016 years ago. Wow. The final DLC was released in 2016. Bro, what are we talking about? So it could be time for Blizzard to announce a new installment of the franchise. The biggest hint may be at the very end of BlizzCon announcement video with Tychus Finley's famous line, "It's about damn time." And then they also showed this shot here in the trailer as well, which I don't believe were in any StarCraft cinematics. While players have been speculating on the significance of StarCraft's involvement at Blizzard's upcoming convention, Windows Central executive editor Jen has reported that StarCraft will most likely be the headline for BlizzCon 2026. The headline? Like, I don't think so. But
I don't know, bro. If you don't forget, StarCraft 2 was the biggest esport in the world when it was out.
You're right.
When it was at its heyday.
You're 100% right. 100%. I think.
And now, Kiko, it won't be World of StarCraft. They don't want it to compete with WoW.
You guys would like StarCraft. It's pretty good in a night. I love StarCraft, but I used to play StarCraft all the time, by the way, in high school. I played the shit out of StarCraft. And I'm a huge fan of the universe. It's an awesome universe. Phenomenal. But my problem is, it can't headline BlizzCon because Classic Plus is going to. Classic Plus will headline BlizzCon. It will be the biggest event in Blizzard recent history.
Bro.
And it will bring back everybody to play Classic Plus again. Retail or Classic players.
If they announce a Classic Plus something StarCraft,
it could go down as the biggest BlizzCon ever. It could. Why wouldn't it?
It'd be insane.
Do you imagine a brand new StarCraft, like almost RPG shooter, but then Classic Plus as well, and then you got the Last Titan full reveal? Yeah, go ahead and fuck Red. It's not going to be a full reveal for Last Titan, but you know what I mean.
And their new IP, clearly.
New IP?
Overwatch PvE is finally coming out.
Yeah, right.
And yes, we will be right there as it happens.
New WoW class, Space Marine. Anyways, 2026 BlizzCon. I thoroughly expect to see new expansions revealed for Diablo 4 alongside World of Warcraft Last Titan. Obviously, we know this is coming. We should also get major updates for Overwatch and Hearthstone, which, I mean, obviously, they still make loads of money. And potentially other new mobile game reveals. I don't think they will with new mobile game stuff, only because they really tried with Warcraft Rumble. It just didn't land, sadly, even though I enjoyed Rumble. There has been long-held rumors of an Overwatch mobile game on the horizon. Oh, buddy. For example, and I've heard another Warcraft mobile game project is in it. Nah, I don't think so. I don't think they would ever do another Warcraft mobile game. What would you do?
No, never? That's not true, because
Why would they?
Because Diablo Immortal makes them a shit ton of money every single year, so you might as well try again.
Yes, man. Headline for BlizzCon 2026 is most likely going to be StarCraft. It was previously reported that StarCraft is getting the third-person shooter treatment, and I confirmed these rumors true via my own sources a while back. I confirmed it, my sources. Where are your sources? Will players finally see a third installment of this beloved franchise, and what genre of game would it be? While multiple StarCraft spin-offs have been canceled, including StarCraft Ghosts and Ares, could the third game Could the third time be the charm? Ladies and gentlemen, what do you guys think? StarCraft coming at BlizzCon 2026 September? What do you think, Lance?
Be pretty sick.
Dude, I'm gonna be honest. You guys have to understand, me and Lance, we've grown up playing almost nothing but like Blizzard games. Like pretty much our whole life. Obviously, you know, occasionally we'll play like League of Legends. You know, maybe an old-time MMO like Star Wars: The Old Republic, City of Heroes, you know, old WildStar. But we're Blizzard. Like I'm for Blizzard. Even though they make a lot of questionable decisions, they make fucking good video games that dominate. So if they could either make a new IP or make a brand new either StarCraft game in general, an RTS, or a brand new shooter that's StarCraft universe based, or just a single player game, like, which I don't think they will. They love longevity. I'm there,
I
bro.
want to see.
I'm there. Like,
Yeah, I wouldn't mind anything in the StarCraft universe would be cool to get. I really want to see some sort of animation announced.
imagine like a Netflix
For any-
Warcraft animation.
Any universe, I don't care.
Even Diablo. As
Yeah,
a
I'll
huge
take a
Diablo
Diablo
fanboy,
one.
I say be careful what you wish for, old buddy. I can see that if I'm being real, I don't think they're announcing Classic Plus. Nah, there's no fucking way. There's no
I
way.
think
they
even if
don't
it's a
announce
year or two away, they're gonna
they're
announce
gonna
it.
announce it. They have to.
Yeah, even if it's a year or two away,
It's
they'll announce it.
they've been teasing this
Either
shit
that
for too
or
long.
whatever the next season will be announced.
Yeah,
But there's something's getting announced.
They've been teasing it too long. It will be announced. Me and Lance have
With
been
that being
speaking about
said,
this for 2 years. It
I
will
think
be announced,
when Classic Plus doesn't get released until after Wrath Anniversary.
which will be 28. Minimum.
Sounds right.
Minimum.
That sounds right.
StarCraft movie. Imagine. Wow.
That would be sick.
Imagine. Be incredible. I'd be terrified of Netflix StarCraft. I guess you're kind of right. Netflix is very scary. They
I don't
ruin
know, bro, but they
everything.
did freaking like
Castlevania?
Castlevania
I knew you were gonna say that.
was sick.
Yo, this BlizzCon's going to be big. My sources say that's
Yeah,
freaking crazy.
my source actually told me a
You're actually
couple of
so
years
right.
back that during Classic or Warcraft Direct that they were going to announce Classic
That is
Plus.
so right. It's crazy. They'll announce it because that's why they sued Turtle Wow. Nah, I mean they sued Turtle Wow because Turtle Wow talks nothing but mad shit,
I mean, you can't.
and
yeah,
they're a
publicly-
greedy slop company. Let me see if I can pull up some of the stuff from Twitter that I found the other day.
Castlevania on Netflix rocked. With that being said, Netflix does release a lot of crap. But Castlevania rocked. Which would make me hype for a Netflix animation.
So, really quick. Hold on, you guys are going to hear the animation first. Alright, it's time for the week. Really quick. We know Turtle Wow is, they're going to battle with World of Warcraft and Blizzard in general. But in an absolute tragedy, it hurts me to say, no, the passionate, the non-money hungry private server stealing IPs and selling transmogs and bags and mounts and packs online. Sadly, they've had to shut down their Unreal Azeroth Turtle WoW 2.0 client. It's permanently been discontinued. What a shame! What a disaster! Whoa, my heart goes out for these Turtle WoW play. Fuck right the fuck off. You greedy dog. Blizzard may be greedy in their own way, sure. Everyone is. But let me tell you something. They don't steal literally an entire IP top to fucking bottom and take advantage of people's nostalgia. This shit is cringe. It's disgusting.
The only thing that annoys
and it looks
me,
like shit.
The only thing I'll say is that annoys me about Turtle is just the Turtle WoW players who just come in
So cringe.
and they're always just
So cringe. By the way, I know
word.
so many people who were playing Turtle WoW, advocating it and shitting on Blizzard. By the way, you want to know what those Turtle WoW players are doing right now, Lance?
What?
They're literally playing the TBC pre-patch right fucking now. Right now. Those same people
no, they're not.
destroying Blizzard, calling them greedy. I would never support that company again. Yeah, eat my left nut. You're a liar. You're a phony. You're a fraud. You're all frauds. Cringy as hell. Embarrassing to take advantage of grown men and their nostalgia and love for classic World of Warcraft.
That's crazy.
It's pathetic. Absolutely disgusting. And this shit looks like fucking ass. Does this not look terrible?
The Unreal stuff did look bad.
Bro, this looks guys, let's be honest. We have like 60, 70 people in here. Does this not look like an abomination
They're
of
unreal.
Elwyn and
No.
Northshire Abbey?
Their Unreal stuff
Cringe,
was
bro.
bad.
This shit
But
is
with that being said,
cringe.
they have made some cool stuff.
No, listen, there are a ton of private servers who do great things. But sitting here taking advantage of people and their wallet and adding monetization practices and going through a bunch of loopholes to do what you do through all these offshore accounts and being based in Russia and all these, you're just shady as fuck. You're shady as fuck. And nothing is genuine. Fuck Blizzard. Yeah, you could say fuck Blizzard in multiple ways. Blizzard doesn't do a lot of things right. And I'm going to be real. I'll be the first one to say it. I've made a ton of videos calling Blizzard out. But, by the way, you can check our most popular video ever. It's a shit on Blizzard, by the way. Go check it out. But let me tell you something. Blizzard will continue to try to give people what they want, but it's never enough. Particularly the Classic community. It's impossible to please the Classic player base. It is literally impossible. They'll give them Classic TBC Wrath relaunched twice. They're still upset. They give them Season of Discovery. They forget about that. They're already upset, saying it's not good enough. They're now working on Classic Plus. It's still not good enough. It's taking too long. Like, nothing's ever good enough for a Classic player. You'll never please a Classic player. Ever. Nothing. Never, never, never. Impossible.
Yo.
What? What's up?
Guys, Sky just freaking spit.
Yo, that's a fight. Yo, Echo just put out this meme. Turtle did not make it to the water.
Wait, is that what Echo... Yo, that's insane. I didn't know they did that.
Yo, ask Mega. Ask Mega in the Twitch chat right now. This is somebody who lives, eats, sleeps, classic content, podcasts, shows. Like, he will tell you exactly how they feel and the community sentiment toward Blizzard Entertainment. He'll tell you.
Yo, we do got a clip Sky going off, yo. That was crazy. Big dog's gotta eat.
Saying this is so much better when people who make private servers couldn't have a game without Blizzard making 90%, 70% of their content. I don't know, it's crazy to me. And then the entitlement is really what frustrates me. Saying things like, you should have done this a long time ago. What? Make downloadable DLC expansions for a game that came out in 2004? Like, who the fuck said I had to do this for you? Like, you're such an entitled asshole.
I think more so is that it just takes...
It is Baldur's Gate music.
It takes time to do this.
It takes years.
Also, it's like,
and to do it right. Like,
you know, the thing is also
be
they have to get things approved by higher ups. It's not like they could just say, guys, let's just do this and make things, you know, happen fast. That's the only thing. So it's like you have to get it approved by 20 different layers. Like, you know, Fortune 500 companies are unfortunately not very agile. Right? Like, you got to go to this person, to this person, to this person, then they have to approve it. Then they have to look like, they have to view metrics and see, okay, if it succeeds, it could do this well for us. If it doesn't, this is what it could cost us. They have to do cost analysis and hire people and train them and
well, you can't just not. Well, you have to understand. Let's be real. The reason Season of Discovery was able to do and move the way they moved was because of what?
Why? Because they didn't think it was going to be that big of a thing, and they let a small team go and start making shit. And I think the reason why it slowed down so heavy is they were like, oh wait, it's kind of successful. We need to actually put effort into it.
Yes.
And they started building that team out, right?
Absolutely.
And then they lost their agility because then they had the eye of the higher ups. I think SOD was supposed to just be like a side project and was not supposed to blow up.
SOD's success killed Season of Discovery.
Yeah, they weren't ready for that.
They were not ready for it.
They were not
ready for it.
They
had no idea
like
people were going to be as interested in that. And the same thing happened with Mr. Pandaria Remix. The success of that caused them to raise eyebrows somewhere else and say, let's do it more. Let's add more people to it. And when you add more people to a project, like you said, you lose agility. You lose creative time to do things because it has to get approved 10 times up to Sunday. You know what I mean? You're not as fluid and as fast as you want to be. A small development team, 5 to 7 people, 10 people, they can move like this. They gotta wait on nobody.
It's more so, you know what it is? It's like higher ups. Once you have a bunch of higher ups is when it really hurts.
Oh yeah, true. Can I show that on stream? The survey?
Yeah, it's literally on the launcher. Of course you can.
Yeah,
It's not a secret one.
Let Let me pull that up. Even though I did go through it. Guys, I wanted to go through this survey really quick. They just put out an insane survey on the class and spec combinations potentially for the future of World of Warcraft. Really fucking awesome stuff. Where is it?
Go to the homepage.
I am on the homepage.
Scroll. No, you're not. Yeah, this is the...
Nothing's changed.
Well, that's not what I see on my homepage.
Yeah, because they just updated it, bro. Damn, they just take it down already? No way, right?
Maybe they did.
I remember being like a guy flexing.
Yeah, it was a night
It
elf.
was like a dude going like this. News and updates.
Damn, that sucks. Did anyone do that survey
Wait, they
that
took
they
it
had
down
up?
already? Damn. Wait,
It
let
is what it
me
is.
go to Discord because I sent it to Max the other day. Get his opinion.
Was a good survey. Yeah, this was a
I got
public
it.
survey that they sent out.
So guys, let's go through this really quick together. Hold on, I gotta change the animation. Okay, never mind, I don't need to. Let's zoom in here. Basic survey, not too long. Yeah. Big US angle. We're gonna go through this really quick together, guys. So what this is that Blizzard just released a survey breaking down to us some different variants of classes and specs that we would potentially like to see in World of Warcraft. For example, like a DPS ranged holy priest. For example, like a support paladin. For example, a tank shaman, tank warlock, healer mage. So they put out this survey the other day, and I'll put the link in the description below, by the way, and as well for you.
Listen, I showed out for my tank shamans.
If you guys are interested in checking out the survey, we'll put the link below as well. And you can go through this, which is what have I played?
Legion Remix.
Okay. So going through this really quick. Wow. Okay. I mean, such a loaded question. I'm just gonna put fucking mage. Preferences, potential new playable class specializations in World of Warcraft. Testing multiple ideas that have come from many different places, including prior survey feedback like yours. Not all the ideas you may see here are under consideration at this time, but your feedback on them helps us understand what players like you would like to see from World of Warcraft, and sometimes more importantly, what you wouldn't like to see. Of course. So,
Wait a second.
yeah. So am I allowed to show that?
No,
though?
maybe not.
Are you fucking with me?
Well,
Or wait, is it because I could potentially influence people to...
yeah.
Yeah, but can I at least
put
just go through it?
No. Just put the link. That's it. Guys, you gotta just look at the link.
That's fucking lame. Can I go back? We ask that you please keep everything in this survey confidential so we can continue to ask players like you feedback on our games. Yeah, so it has to be a genuine response and I can't influence people. Fuck. That's lame. Damn. I tried, guys.
Either way, you guys can see the survey. It's pretty cool.
Go check it out, though. Yeah, it's a really good survey. They talk about a lot of interesting things. Like, I mean, right off the bat, let's talk about it. We have to go through well, honestly, let's just go through 4. We got to go through 4 different things right quick when it comes to adding specializations or class specs into World of Warcraft. Number 1, we're going to be going through tanks. Who could potentially be added as a tank? Number 2 is who could potentially be added as a healer. For example, arcane, like an arcane mage healer variant, as well as support specs, like augmentation evoker, and then lastly, a couple of DPS specs if anybody's interested in that sort of thing. Which I don't think the game needs any more DPS specs.
Yes, they do.
But
For mouth.
let's go through it really quick. Tank classes added to World of Warcraft. What are some tank specs that are like 1, 2, or 3 obvious no-brainers that should be added to the game? Number 1, I think we can all agree, a form of shaman tank. I think it goes without saying. I think it's obvious. Shaman tank should be into the game no matter what. What do you think? Lance, talk to me.
Yeah, listen, I showed out for my shamans, baby.
Yeah.
Showed out.
What about a warlock tank where you're in like meta form a little bit?
They probably won't do that in a world where we have Vengeance Demon.
You're probably right.
Probably
What about...
a little too close.
I read what they... God, it's so annoying that I can't look at that on stream, but there was one of the examples at the end. They were talking about a tank warlock, but what you do is you occasionally summon these demons and you suck and drain the life force from them to empower your body to make you more durable. That makes sense. And
Yeah.
you focus on drains from enemies around you and stuff.
If you could do it in a way that you don't have to be in metamorphosis, it works.
Evoker tank. By the way, I think Evoker tank can work.
That's another Earth-based tank, but yeah, but you have to pick either Shaman or Evoker to be
Then
that.
it's definitely going Shaman.
Yeah,
without a
can't.
doubt.
I don't think you could. I think having both would be weird.
The obvious is Shaman. We don't even need to talk about it. Warlock, that's fucking crazy on Hive. I think the easy ones are Enhancement, Warlock. Some of the more complicated ones are, I would say, something like a Spellbreaker. Like maybe like a Spellbreaker as a class, and then it gets one of everything. I think a Spellbreaker sort of mage caster tank focused on magic. I think that could be a really cool vibe, as well as they could be a DPS.
There's a world in which you could figure out a way for a mage to be a tank, I think.
No, fuck off. You're crazy. A mage tank?
Using their barriers and shit.
No, bro. What? You're crazy. Maybe
Figure
a
it
healer. A healer for sure.
Like a frost mage tank, I think you could figure it out.
Think so?
Yeah. You make him like melee. Cone of Cold becomes very important. I don't know.
Bard? Oh yeah, if we want to get into... Would Bard be considered a healer or support?
It would be they would probably have a healer, a support, and a DPS spec.
Oh, like Bard as a spec or a class entirely.
What are you gonna do?
I was just gonna say put it on to like either a rogue or a hunter.
Fuck that.
Alright.
Now, if we're gonna do bards, make it a class.
What do you guys think? Would any of you guys pick playing a bard in World of Warcraft? Would it be the only class in the game that's just straight healer and support? No DPS?
You gotta have some sort of DPS spec on everything, right?
Mystic. What's going on, baby? I'd play a bard, yes. I want bard so bad. Support DPS is amazing. Bard as a class, healer, range support. Wow. No, I think Bard's a great option in fantasy games. I don't see no beef with Bards. Bards are really cool. Not only that, I think it's a very underhanded pitch, very easy to perform and pull off when it comes to making it another support spec, similar to Augmentation. Just to obviously design it differently. But I think it's very easy to pull off. I think people will enjoy it. The problem is thematically and story-wise,
it's hard to fit into World of Warcraft.
Yeah, where do you add that? Like, how does that just suddenly, hey guys, instrument people are here, and they're masters of it so much that they bring life to everybody. It's very hard to pull off. You know, it's a little difficult. Other support specs. What are some other supports? I would say paladins can get a support spec where they're all about buffing your weapons, similar to like how they were in Classic. Buffing your either your damage, your defensive capability, your durability, maybe your cooldown reduction and stuff like that. I would say absolutely a paladin should deserve a support spec. Either that or a shaman support spec where they're focused on totems and buffing. You know what I mean? Yeah. I don't see anything wrong with that either.
No, you can make that work. You can make that work. You could also make like priest support work. Paladin, you know what you could do is you could make it so like you imbue people with holy light. Their weapons start flaming.
Like how they normally do in the lore. Imagine that, right?
Priest support definitely is another thing. It's very similar. I mean, you'd pick one or the other probably.
Yeah. I think maybe...
Priest might make more sense.
Well, the thing is though, is they already have 2 healer specs. They could use another DPS spec, man. Let's be real. Like, Shadow's cool, but if you play DPS, you're dead in the water on Priest most of the time.
By the way,
I would prefer if they made
DPS classes should get either a tank, healer, or support.
Like you go to Paladin, they got tank, healer, DPS. Add the support, give them the trifecta, give them the ultimate gauntlet of like you can literally be whatever you want, and I think they deserve it. I do. I really do.
I think they deserve
it. All right, man. Anything else?
I don't know, man. Paladin players.
Would you guys prefer a priest support or a paladin support? What would make... No bullshit. What would make more sense? A priest support or paladin support? Because priest could also get range DPS holy priest. Like a pure DPS holy range priest.
If that's your option, then yeah. If you can give me a holy light DPS spec, yeah, I'll take that.
Because, ladies and gentlemen, there's going to come a point. Blizzard just put out this survey. They want to see more specs in World of Warcraft, more variants, similar to like they did in Season of Discovery. And we have to come to a community census. It's based on us, ladies and gentlemen. We work hard, and we come home, and we have to make these decisions.
Listen, I would say I would personally, that would instantly, like, a holy DPS.
Priest?
That'd be...
What about a
easily,
full
that's my
support,
main for
shout,
good.
and banner warrior? Go. What do you think? He shouts, he screams, he buffs morale.
That's like a captain from Lord of the Rings Online.
Yes. What do you think of that?
Yeah, that's cool.
Ladies and gentlemen, what do you guys think in the comment section below or in the chat right now? What do you think are some good options for additional tanks, DPS,
So what I would
healers,
like
or
for
supports?
that then is
Gotta let me
you'd
finish.
want a support warrior to be a lot of debuffing the enemy,
Ooh, debuffs,
then
yeah.
buffing
Make
your
them
allies.
vulnerable. Yeah.
Also, yeah,
That's kinda
not
cool.
every support needs to be
Either buff,
buff, right?
Yeah.
Like in City of Heroes, a lot of the supports, they reduce resistances. They make them, you know...
Listen, guys, I'm gonna be honest. I always love the idea of a debuffing Warlock spec or a Demon Hunter spec. I thought Devourer was gonna be a new support. I'm gonna be honest. I was wrong. I called it wrong, but I did think they were going to get a Caster Devourer that was gonna be a support, but a debuffer instead. I was wrong.
I think
but
both of those classes, if you're going to use the Fel, you're probably a selfish person.
Yes.
It doesn't make sense lore-wise, story-wise, for them to support anything.
not even debuff. And what do you add for Warlock? It has to be a tank then. Okay, let's just say this. This is a very important discussion. The Last Titan could very well be like the box main thing for Last Titan could be every class in the game gets an additional spec. Whether it be a tank, healer, DPS, or support. It could be possible. It could be. I'm dead serious. It could be possible. It's not far off by this survey. It's not completely out of the ballpark.
I don't know if that's what we're assuming, Josh, but
But it could be.
It's
So
fun
my
to talk about.
question to you is if it's for Warlock, I think we do have to agree that it would be a tank. It would have to be
that's
a tank.
that's the easiest option.
I think that's the underhand pitch option. For Paladin, I think it would be a support. I think it would be a support spec. It would fill another role on that augmentation niche. I think it fits. I think Paladin should deserve a support spec. Shaman is tough. I think Shaman would have to get that Earth tank. Shaman would have to get the Earth tank.
Yeah, give him a tank.
I don't even know if you add one. Blood Mage. Yeah, that'd be fucking gnarly. It really would. Blood Mage Healer. That's insane. Wow. Would that fit thematically, though?
Actually,
And, like,
if you made
lore-wise?
Warlock tanks like Void-based tanks, that'd be cool.
Would a Blood Mage make sense? I feel like
We
they
have
already
blood
did.
mages in the game, though.
Do we really? I didn't know that.
Oh.
Like a full Blood Mage?
Yeah, there's blood mages in the lore.
Interesting.
They won't give Warlock's Metamorphosis to tank, because that'll just be... How do you decipher the...
Well, they literally
vengeance?
already pitched it in this survey. You guys have to go look at it. I literally can't pull it up. Maybe I can just pull it up and just read myself.
Can't. Let's just not risk it.
Let's not risk it. Don't get banned, bro. Ew. You gotta risk it to get the biscuit.
Nope,
You ever heard of that?
We don't. Thing is, we don't.
Anyways, they pitched the idea on there as an example. This is just off my memory, so I'm not going live. I could be wrong. Which I'm not. They said something like, potentially, the Warlock tank could be something like you summon demons, you drain their life force and energy to empower you and make you more durable, and drain allies around you or enemies around you consistently to keep you up. That's literally what the description of that was.
That's cool.
That sounds cool. You don't need Metamorphosis to do shit like that. Like, imagine, like, an Empower channel ability where you charge it up, Empower, and then you just suck everyone's life force around you and, like, bring it back in. Kind of like how Gul'dan does. Like, that would be insane.
Yeah, it'd be cool.
It'd be sick.
They also were talking about...
Wait a second. I have a huge question. What about Rogue? What the hell would Rogue get? Because Rogue is just straight 3 DPS. Would they get
You
a
couldn't
tank?
give them another DPS spec.
No, they can't. But would they potentially get a tank or a support? And what would that even be? Or would it be a range DPS Rogue spec?
No, they don't need another DPS.
You wouldn't know. What do you guys
By the
think?
way,
What
with
would
that
be
being
for
said,
rogue?
if you gave them 2 pistol DPS as a range,
like Diablo 4
yeah,
did,
that'd be cool.
2
But
or 3.
it's just they don't need another
okay.
DPS. They need a tank or a healer.
Rogue
probably.
support debuff for 5 head. What's up, good looking? You know, I
That
was just
could-
thinking about you the other day. How are you, man?
See,
Miss you, bro.
that's a good idea.
Rogue support debuff.
Make them a support and let them debuff. And
yeah.
they still have tricks of the trade. in retail?
Multiple, yeah, they do. Multiple people just said Bard for Rogue.
Thing is, I would want Bard to be its own class.
Bard can be, if you got to get one or the other, Lance.
But
If I still think Bard fits perfectly into the Rogue class fantasy, it's not impossible.
so then
to
what?
add.
We're giving Bard stealth.
No. Once you become Bard, you give up stealth.
Then I'm not a rogue at all.
Oh, it's just a variant. You don't give a Bard stealth. That's not how that works.
That's crazy. That's like. Then what?
So, dude, what's going on?
Dude, what makes them a rogue then? Why are they attached
A little
to this
bit of
class?
this, a little twinkle twinkle, a little dance, a little. Go ahead, play your feet.
That's like.
No.
Let me just add Devourer to Mage then.
All right. You know what? What the fuck,
It
man?
doesn't make sense. They gotta make sense.
You're making me look bad in front of everybody. Damn it, Lance. So what are you guys' thoughts on if Midnight can be well suited for a mostly solo player? Yes, it absolutely will be. You want to know why? Is because War Within's exceptional for solo players, and Midnight is just War Within 2.0 advanced, even better for solo players. So absolutely yes. 100%. Doesn't matter what spec.
Delves. Enough said.
Delves and Prey system, easy. Mythic Plus, low barrier to entry, 1 through 7s, very easy. Rogue, guys, we have to come to a consensus right here, right now
like
on
poison,
Rogue. We have
poison
to come
master
to a consensus.
debuff.
Poison.
support.
Can we all agree Poison Master debuff for Rogue?
Yeah, I would say.
Bard are plenty stealthy. Is that true in D&D? I don't even know. I think lore-wise, Bard will be better for Hunter. Replaces the range bow with a musical instrument and have pets inspire allies. Pets.
Interesting.
Fucking hate
Me too, though. I hate pets.
Bard. A potion master. Focus on using more potions and pots or a chemist type. Interesting. I mean, they do have.
It's like
Crimson Vial.
like assassination, but leaned totally into the potions and vials.
And like debuff, poison.
Maybe throw a
Sunder
vial
armor,
to someone. They
expose
drink it.
Yeah, I think a rogue support debuffer would work. I do. I really do.
Yeah, and you know
Yo,
what?
Star,
Not-
you're absolutely out of
Not every not every support needs to be, oh, I'm buffing, right? And I think that's an important distinction.
That's crazy.
Because you don't want, like in a support, for instance, in a raid, oh, you only want one support because they handle all of the buffing.
Mhm.
You'd want it to be, okay,
You want a couple variants, obviously.
you want one debuffer support and one buffer support.
You can't just have supports be a one-all, be-all.
the same,
That's not how that works. You go to any other MMORPG, there's supports for different roles and variants. I absolutely.
Because if they're all the same thing, then it's just like, okay, which one is tuned to be the best at that, and then that's it.
I want more single element specs. Earth, metal. Yeah, go play Mage. Arcane, Frost, Fire. There you go. Those are single. Okay, so I think we're good on Rogue. Warrior. I think we all have to agree Warrior would probably get a support spec, and it would be shout based. Because guys, once again, if you're just tuning in the stream or the video right now, the whole idea is that they could be potentially adding more specs to World of Warcraft come like the last Titan. That could be the box price, and potentially can go so far as one spec added to every single class in the game. Do I think it's gonna happen? Probably not. But a boy can dream, right? So the idea is now, as we're going down the line, going through every class, what would that role be, and what would the theme of that be? So now we're on Warrior. Could we all agree that Warrior would probably be shout-based?
Like drummer
And
guys
you would
saying.
buff your allies with banners, shouts, and even potentially debuff just slightly in certain ways.
Yeah, I mean, I just don't know what else it would even be.
Yeah, Jafango. We'll talk about Monk in a second, but they pitched that idea. We need Tinkerer like Wildstar. Yeah,
Wildstar had the engineer, yeah.
I mean, we got to talk about Hunter eventually, don't we? And we'll bring up that idea about what Hunter could be. Right now, we're on Warrior, though. Warrior, a ranged DPS throwing axes. That's kind of gangster. I'm not going to lie. Hold on a second. Even though they should not get another DPS spec, a ranged Warrior Barbarian throwing axes is super fire. I'm not going to lie. That's really cool.
Only if you're a troll. and then it's stupid if you're anyone
It gives
else.
me really early classic RPG vibes, though. Like, really, like, and for me, classic, when I say early, I mean early 2000s. I know for some of you others, it's 70s, 80s, 90s. But for me, early classic
in
RPGs.
New World, throwing the axes was my guy. That was
It's
my
gangster.
guy.
It's really cool. I think it's a cool idea. 1 to 3 more classes for specs. Not against it, but I don't feel it. Human would be very Belmont. Oh, wow. Look at you go. Troll axe thrower. Hell yes. That would be fun. And you have to farm weapons to throw.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ. You literally chuck the weapon out of your inventory. What the fuck? Okay, but realistically... Oh, a spear shield warrior with war cry shouts. Oh!
That would be sick.
Oh! Oh, you absolutely killed it. That is what I want. That's it. A two-handed weapon, like a polearm preferably. A shield, so you're good at crowd control and CC. Maybe you can even give some durability to allies.
Like the Lotro Warden. I was actually thinking more. I would want it to be kind of like the Lord of the Rings Online Captain, but yeah, Warden's cool. Yeah.
Wow, that sounds fucking awesome. Dude, no maidens? That's the one of the day so far. Gladiator spec. Interesting. Gladiator. Yo, get it out, Jafango. Holy fuck. I never understood why paladins were two-handed and shield tanks. Yeah, I don't know what you're saying, Kiko. Anyways, I think that's a good idea. I'm even going to start writing this down just for you guys. How about that? Class. Let's go. Class specs. We're going to wrap this up soon, I promise. Settle down, Lance. Lance has got somewhere to fucking be.
I'm not
apparently.
settling down.
God damn it, Lance. Okay, so let's go through it. We got Rogue, Vile, Master, Debuffer, Support, okay? Warrior, Gladiator, Shout-based spec, Buff and Debuff, Flash Shields. What else did we say? What else did we fucking do? Paladin? We did a paladin, no?
No, we did Shaman Tank.
I don't remember. Shaman, yeah. Shaman. This is Earth Warden. Yeah, I mean, that as an underhand pitch. That's just an absolute underhand pitch. That's too easy. What else did we do? Did we do anything else? Or was that it?
Officially, that's all we got.
Or maybe here, maybe Bard. Mage. We didn't do Mage yet. But if it was Mage, because we didn't officially decide if it was either going to be a Blood Mage sort of tank, or would it be like a Blood Mage support, or a time-based?
It'd be a Blood Mage healer, probably.
Blood Mage healer? Or like a time-based. Well, that's just too similar to preservation.
Close. You don't want it to be too close to
It's definitely, I would think it would definitely be some form of blood mage. But I think it would be
another support? Man.
No, it has to be. Because you can't make them a tank. That's stupid. In my opinion, it's stupid. I think it's stupid. That's just my personal opinion. And this is the age of World of Warcraft where shit expands. This is it. It's in the new era. Add support as a real role. Bit of D-Cup in the Warhammer MMO, there was a healer that sacrificed health to heal allies. That's cool as shit. That's really cool. That's more of a warlock thing. A battle mage tank? Yeah, but that's more of a, what do you call it, Lance?
Like a spellbreaker?
Spellbreaker, yeah. Vladimir from League, no mana, but health is their resource. That was a thing on one of the private servers, and it was actually really cool. They did it really well, but, I mean, you know, whether that's good or not, actual design, who fucking knows. Surge, thank you for the follow, appreciate the love. Let's move on to Paladin. Paladin, oh my god. Did we get another support spec for Paladin? Do they, no, you can't give them a DPS. What would the DPS even be?
It's the Inquisitor is probably something what it would be called, and
It'd have to be...
It would be something that buffs
full on
the buff.
Yeah, it has to be a
100%
buffer.
buff.
Yeah. And then like buff their weapons with holy fire and righteous fury.
Yeah.
And like give them some shields and stuff. It has to be Inquisitor. Support buff spec. Yeah, that has to happen. Has to. I would absolutely say this is a thing. A dark paladin? Yeah, Death Knight. Yeah. I got just the thing for you. Hold on. Wrath of the Lich King was an excellent expansion. Just wait till you get there. A dark paladin.
What's after paladin? Priest?
I think priest
Would get the DPS
in my personal
caster.
opinion, yeah, they would get holy ranged caster DPS. I think they would burn people with holy fire type magic, good AoE, novas and stuff like that. What do you think the hardest class is in Midnight? Hardest class. Wow, that's tough. That's a really loaded question. I think Arcane Mage is still pretty difficult. I think oh, that's hard. I think Warlock is still, like, Affliction's hard. To really be good on Affliction, you have to be good. Shadow Priest is still kind of difficult. That's a really tough question. Wow, I've never been asked that question before yet. And I haven't even thought about it. Hardest class to play in the game? Feral's still incredibly hard, and it sucks. So, good luck. I would say Feral.
Druid's not getting... They're the ones class that's not getting another spec.
Yeah, I don't even know what you would do for Druid. Let's move on next. I guess let's start with Druid. What would you even give them? A support spec? I don't even know. I don't even think they need one. They have 4 specs.
Squirrel guy.
You're going to give them 5?
No, they don't need a 5th spec.
They don't need a 5th.
No.
Let's be real. They don't need a 5th. The back burner. That's crazy. Yeah, 4 specs is enough. That's crazy that everyone's saying that. They don't need a 5th. Death Knight. Nice. Let's go through it. Death Knight. Ooh, wow. This is a really fucking hard one.
Especially with now the way they're changing.
Hear
Unholy.
me the hell out right now. Is there a design opportunity for Death Knight to get a healer spec?
No,
You don't think so?
but a complete debuffing support spec maybe.
Complete debuff? You don't think so? Maybe there's a realm of possibility just slightly
Yeah, it'd
where
have
you
to
summon
be-
minions, absorb their life force, and give them to allies?
No.
No? So
Once
another
again, you're
support?
going off of... It's tough. No, it's tough. It'd have to be... It's a support, but through just sucking the life essence out of people.
Okay. Yo, guys, don't get mad at me for throwing out ideas.
Something like Worm Tongue from Lord of the Rings, you know?
They get barred. Rock out. Oh, that's crazy. Dragon Master.
It's tough because it's like you already have Unholy and like it kind of has that theme
Yeah,
already.
they have that.
But now they become kind of the raised dead.
The only other idea would be a complete debuffer. That's it. They have to be a support complete debuff spec. What are you going to give them, another tank? That sounds ridiculous. You can't give someone another tank. 2 tanks is out of control. You can't give them another DPS. They have 2. And clearly healer don't work. Range caster Lich, sure, but you go to Unholy and Midnight WoW right now, 90% of their kit is already ranged. 90%.
And then it's like, what are they casting? Because if they're casting Frost, now what are they? Just
a plate-wearing caster? Okay, I can feel it a little bit. Maybe with the staff.
It's just tough because what type of caster?
Almost like just a necromancer, but that's just a warlock in a way. Just a warlock.
Well, that's
with plate.
fine.
It's
Different.
necromancer, I guess. Okay, so speak to me, guys. If we're going this route of range DPS for Death Knight, what would some of their abilities be? Like a Lich? Yeah, I could get the Lich vibe. I could feel it. I feel like, you know, almost like Heroes of Might and Magic
Would
Lich.
the cooldown be you become a Lich?
Transform
Into a Lich and you're just doing...
Yo, kind of like, hear me out. Remember the oh my god, Maldraxxus Mage ability where you turn into the Necro Lich and
Yeah.
you'd
That was
annihilate
sick.
people?
Yes.
It was super gangster, awesome as fuck, really bad,
Yeah.
but really fun. Could it be something like that?
What spec was that good for?
Frost. Remember?
Yeah, I
And
remember
you would
playing
just
that.
Pump people and then you do absolutely
Mage was my ult.
insane
I
glacial
enjoyed that.
spikes. you remember that?
I enjoyed that.
Because it would increase the damage of your Frostbolt
I
substantially.
don't remember it that well, but I remember enjoying it.
And you'd build the icicles through the damage of the Frostbolt, and then you'd... I believe that's how it worked. D3 Necro is terrible. Insane. Look at the Necromancer. I guess, yeah, Necromancer from Diablo.
So bone spikes and stuff?
Boy. I guess. The Champion of Maldraxxus. It's... I guess.
It's one of the harder ones. They'd have to think outside of the box.
DPS Necromancer, similar to
No, I said
Diablo.
range DPS Lich.
Dead at night.
What's after that?
Evoker? Fuck does an Evoker get? Jesus Christ. Has to be a tank. Has to be a tank. Evoker has to be a tank. They have 3 rolls already. They need the 4th. Give them the gauntlet. Has to be.
It would be
Has to be an earth.
Molten lava tank.
Earth and fire based tank. That's it. There's absolutely no other option. It's not even a discussion. Not even a discussion. Other than that, we skip Druid. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We're missing 4. Monk, sure. I think Monk can use another DPS spec. I don't think you need a support Monk. And in my opinion, it should be a ranged DPS. Chi, jab from ranged, maybe like wind gusts.
It would be another mid-range.
Crackling lightning.
Another mid-range
DPS spec, yeah. Can we? What do you guys think? Do you guys think Monk would get a ranged DPS spec? Or am I crazy? What do we think for Monk, guys? Talk to me. Firehole that drops the enemy away from the character? I don't even know what that means. Split the healers all in melee spec. Same for range. Do I wish they give us a Giga Chad Dragon Knight? Yeah, imagine the Evoker model was actually good. And you could wear armor. That'd be pretty great, right? A Javelin Monk. Chi Master. They have to balance yin and yang.
That'd be cool.
Ooh, interesting. Interesting little mechanic there.
Yin mode, you're at range. Yang mode, you're melee.
You twerk. I was just thinking, what's the most stupid shit I could say out loud?
That's crazy.
Yin, your range DPS. Yang, throw that shit back. Monk could be good for acrobatic archer range DPS.
Interesting.
Yeah, I would say acrobat, like a very mobile range DPS. Monk, summoner monk. Oh Jesus. Air punches. Yeah, I would say ranged, chi, wind, like jade magic,
which is nature, but yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, whatever. The range DPS, they'll figure it out some way.
It's not my problem. I'm just the jackass hoping for things. By the way, this wrap up of the stream we're doing now, this is literally what the classic community does. And then when Blizzard doesn't do this, they blame them and get mad. This is literally... Have you ever seen the classic streamers that have the boards behind them and they write what's going to happen in the future? And then it never does, and then they blame Blizzard for them being fucking crazy? Am I crazy for like saying that out loud? I can name 3 off the top of my head
but hold
right
on.
now.
But the reason you do that is because it actually is really good content, though.
It's excellent content. What do you mean? It's super fun to... I love talking about what ifs. I could do what ifs all day.
It's great content.
What if we get 3 BlizzCons this year? Think about the dates, guys. Let's set it up. Like, of course, it's excellent content. Anyways, moving forward. Monk. So we're done with Monk. What's next? Yeah, range Monk with Jade Magic for sure. Yeah, 3. Oh fuck, it's a joke, Puck. I'm just trolling. What's next? We did Priest, Paladin,
Warlock.
Yeah, Warlock. Oh boy,
that's another tank.
This gets really iffy. I think you have to go tank because there's always a tank
or melee DPS, but they don't need another DPS. They need a tank.
Yeah, I think they go tank.
Yeah, and
I agree.
Void based tank probably, or like drain tank, like drain tank.
Yeah, it has to be drain souls to be durable. Big suck.
Yeah, it's a big suck.
Fucking sucks. So big suck. No, not big bucks, and not big cucks. Big fucking Suck it.
You were describing a demon hunter. No, demon hunters don't drain the health from their enemies.
They drain their souls to turn meta, you jackass.
Come on.
Tank. You cannot have too many tanks. Exactly. There's a tank shortage, and I think we only add... Well, we did add 3. Earth Warden tank from Shaman. Another Earth-based tank from Evoker. Drain Souls tank. This has to be a tank. I agree. 100%. You guys are absolutely right. We have 2 left. Hunter. Oh, this is a really tough one. This is going to be very, very tough to figure out. Now, Blizzard, for some reason, on that goddamn
range
server...
survival. Thanks.
That's crazy. Blizzard, for some reason, on that survey, was so adamant on putting out their Hunter healer, and it was the worst sounding shit I've ever heard in my life. Hunter will never get a healer. I don't care what anyone says. So the option goes down to 2. It goes down to a support spec in a way, or a tank, or actually, no, even a DPS. You can throw a DPS in there. So it's a support, DPS, or tank. A tank being based around, obviously, your pet tanking somehow. A support being potentially the route of maybe like a bard or something. Or you can go the route of a tinker, where you throw like grenades, and you throw things to, you know, maybe you put down like flamethrower turrets to debuff, or, you know, gadgets and
Definitely
shit like
not
that.
That could stay out.
Okay, I'll fuck right off. What, then you got anything?
Hunter should lean
Talk to me.
more into like the nature aspect of things.
Uses guns like a gunslinger. That's great. Marksman hunter with no pet. Put on a gun. That's your gunslinger. Anything else?
Yeah,
Warlock healer too.
I don't want a tinker spec. I want a tinker class.
That sounds great. I would love that.
Because I want to be able...
You
I want my
greedy
little
son of a bitch.
beast rider. You
Beast
get to ride your
rider.
pet. And now you're fucking talking.
That's fucking gangster. Guys, Itch Choop said Beast Rider, you get to ride your pet
He won.
as a tank. That's kind of cool.
You get it. Boom. That's the one. Put it in.
What do we think? Talk
You
to
get
me.
to pick your pet. It has to be one of the tank style of pets, but you could pick it. Changes up some abilities, maybe.
That's fucking
That's the one.
sick as fuck.
Good job, buddy.
Imagine riding like a devil soar and you got a spear and a pole arm.
Yeah.
Holy shit, that's gangster.
Yeah. That's the good.
Whoa. That is great. And by the way, it's super thematic. It's right on par for Hunter and what they are.
And then make
Yeah, that's
survival. Change the... You can make the... Yeah, keep that. But then make survival back to a range spec. We don't need...
Snail tank. Yeah, you tame a snail. Fuck yeah. That's fire. Now I want to be a beast with my character as my pet. That's crazy. Werewolf. That's the spec for Hunter. Anyways, I think we're missing one class, and I genuinely don't know what it is.
Rogue. Warrior, Shaman, Mage, Priest. That's not Poker.
Well, guys, what are we missing? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Demon
6,
Hunter.
7. Demon Hunter. Fuck.
They're not getting... They just got a new spec. They don't need another.
Yeah, I don't think they would end up getting anything.
Demon Hunter already got it.
We already did Mage. I think that's everybody. So we have... Let's go through a tally here, right? We added... So we have 1, 2, 3,
Yeah.
4.
I'll tell you.
We have 4 supports.
No
being
healers
added.
added.
No. No healers added is crazy. Is that true?
Yeah, we didn't add one healer.
No, for Mage. Oh, that's a support. Fuck.
The blood.
No, but Blood Mage could go support or healer. It could go either way, I think.
Dude, we gotta add at least one healer. This is
No,
the worst
I think Blood
fucking
Mage
list.
would be a healer or support.
Yeah,
healer.
healer.
It has to be healer. It has to be healer. So 3 here, 1 healer. There's enough healers. There's never enough
There's
for a role that is never filled. That's what I think. Rogue debuffer, maybe a bard, motivational warrior. Yeah, exactly. A gladiator shout spec warrior that has a pole arm and a shield. That is fucking gangster. Talk to me. Fuck with that?
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, gangster. Tanks. We added, I believe, 3 tanks. We have a shaman tank, an evoker tank, and a warlock tank. I think those are great. 3 additional tank techs. That's awesome. Oh, wait. And a hunter tank. Yeah. Hunter, 4. Yeah, that's great. 4 more tank specs is insane. Pure DPS spec, did we? I think it was just the priest.
That's good. You
Priest?
only need one.
Yeah, I don't think...
And
Oh, range DPS Monk. Yeah, I think they need it as well.
2.
Oh, Death Knight, range DPS Lich.
3. That's
That's a
all
lot of
ranged DPS, by the way.
A lot of DPS.
And they're all ranged.
Fuck. Guys, I think we have a design flaw.
Fuck.
So is that 3 or 4? Shit. Guys, are we cooked on this list right now? Holy Range Caster DPS, Range DPS Lich, Monk Range DPS. It's just 3. Okay. So that's it. 7, 10, 11. No, wait, we're missing one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, Druid. Druid gets nothing.
and Demon Hunter already got Devour.
Yeah, that's it. 11. Wow.
I don't know about giving Demon Hunters a healer because neither the Fel
or the
Fel
Void
can't
Restore.
really heal.
Yeah, thematically and story-wise, sadly, and I love the idea though. I really do. Maybe make them designed based around damage and stuff to heal, but I don't know. Maybe
Yeah, I would put Monk as a hybrid range / melee class. Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah,
Like the melee spec.
I could agree
Devour.
with that, Jifango. I could agree with that. I really can. I think this is a pretty good list. Listen, is it completely impossible that they add more specs? No. Is it completely
They definitely
impossible?
wouldn't. I don't think they're gonna add 13 new specs.
I don't think they would either. But I think they tested the waters with Devour to see how hard it is to implement and really dive in. And I think with the pruning and everything, it makes it a lot easier. It really does. The pruning, it really, really helps. And I do think you could see maybe 2 to 3 additional specs being added.
What I think that they're really trying to do here is they're trying to gauge the interest to see if people are okay with them adding more supports.
I think so too.
That's what I think this whole thing is. And they're not going to do a ton of specs. Maybe they'll add the tank shaman, but really they're trying to gauge the interest on supports.
I could agree with that. What do you guys think? What do you think? Okay, no bullshit. Before we go, what's the real probability of them adding more specs to Last Titan for the next expansion? What's the probability? What are we thinking?
I think they're more likely to keep adding more specs than they are to add more classes.
Yeah, I think so too. They're not going to add another class for a minute. They just did Evoker last expansion, bro.
Yeah.
That shit ain't happening. They're not going to add a whole new class. That's going to take a minute. Greater than 0. True. 33%. 100%. Listen. They added one spec here. I don't think it's too far-fetched.
We might end up getting another spec midnight.
Maybe. Not impossible. Is it impossible? I think Blizzard's struggling to think of new classes to add that would work, so they're exploring adding new specs instead. I agree. 45%. This is testing the waters. True.
Well, I think it's also to make a new class. That's 3 specs off rip. To make a new spec,
hard.
that's 1 spec.
1 spec is difficult on its own. 3 specs that work together,
Yeah.
story-wise too, very hard. But this was fun. I had a fun little stream, guys. I know we couldn't do any of the other segments because we wanted to focus more on news discussions and discussing some stuff like that were really important. But we will be back this Wednesday coming up. We are going to try to do our 2-a-day weeks of streaming again. We had a great freaking day streaming today. Let me see. I think we had what was that? 73 people in the stream at once, and then you have 30 over on Twitch. We broke 100, so that's awesome. Thank you guys so much. Before we go though, really quick, guys, you have to absolutely know that we are going to be taking these shirts down, like offline completely this week. So if you guys are interested, we're giving a 20% off code right now. You guys can go check out the merch. There's bundles. Like, I promise you, like, once it's done, it's fucking done. I'm not making any more of these shirts. You guys will love the shirts. We have over 70 people in the guild that bought them. You support the guild. You freaking, obviously you don't give money for free. You get something out of it. Support the guild. Get guild merch. Wear it for whenever there's important days, like the stream launch or the show, whatever. And, be a part of it, man. But definitely go check it out. We make it live here in the studio. We don't, have anyone else make the shirts. I actually hand print them myself.
Yes, sir.
Anyways, that's gonna be all from us, man. I love you guys very, very much. My name's Sky from the Comeback Kids.
I'm Lance.
And we'll see you guys this Wednesday. God bless you guys. Love you. Peace out.
Peace.